Nintendo is the video game equivalent of Apple, maybe worse. And their fans are surpassing Disney adult level of cringe at this point. And I get it, generally speaking, Nintendo games are pretty good. They make fun and unique systems that set them apart from PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. They're the longest lasting brand of console on the market, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I grew up a Nintendo kid. But as an adult, especially the past few years, I loathe Nintendo. Modern Nintendo is just death by 1,000 cuts. We found out that they're not even reinvesting 1% of their profits from Pokemon back into the game, making 1,000% profit, and the games are unbelievably uninspired and generic. They're charging money for the tutorial for their $500 systems that are doing nothing that other handhelds on the market aren't already doing. We all remember they hiked the premium price of video games up to $80, and not because they thought Mario Kart World was going to be this amazing addition to the racing game genre. They bumped the price up because people play it more than their other games, so they think if you play it more, that means it should cost more. Because God forbid you get a lot of hours out of a game, right? I'm not even getting into the whole Pal World lawsuit with patent farming in this chapter of Jordan Belfort leveled sleazy business tactics. The new Metroid game isn't playing its soundtrack as you traverse. It's not a glitch, it's completely intentional. You need to either buy a $30 amiibo to make the music start playing, or you need to complete the entire game and then come replay it in New Game Plus. When you play a new game, you only get one first playthrough. And especially in today's environment, we pay good hard-earned money for that first playthrough. But now it seems as if they're creating a problem to sell a solution in their premium games. I'm sure that every Unk status viewer that's ever played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater before remembers. You knew when your game was about to get a disc read error when the music cut. The soundtrack no longer plays and you're left just hearing the rolling of a skateboard or a crack of an ollie, maybe a special effects song, but that's it. Felt like you were skateboarding in a library and it took the life and the party completely out of the game. Like, could you imagine if GTA 6 does this for like radio stations in a car? Could you imagine how Cyberpunk would have played out if you couldn't listen to music? And I don't know how many people actually play New Game Plus once they're done. My guess would probably be between 10 and 25 being generous, which makes me think they're okay with 90% or 75% of their players playing Metroid in a fucking library. But as you would expect, a lot of Nintendo fans are bending the knee to this, saying, well, it's worth it. Listen, it's a really good soundtrack with a 4-second soundbite. And this one might be bait, but they're basically saying, hey man, get creative, throw on Spotify. Metroid's music is on Spotify. It's like someone selling you a fully priced car and saying, hey man, it has no radio, but you have an iPhone, right buddy? Just use that instead. Same price though, same price. Or an additional charge for the radio. The type of people that defend this type of behavior, if they weren't sheltered by mom and dad, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that they wouldn't end up in a cult. Would end up living their life in silence and walking around in a white gown in a white room, worshiping owls or some shit. It's ridiculous. How do people still defend this? Let me know in the comments how you feel about Nintendo as of lately, but it just feels like my legs are shaking as they're just putting little straws on my back, and eventually I'm just going to cave and just make a full boycott